All right, welcome back in, fellas. So in this episode here, we're gonna be showcasing some new experimental features that I've added to armies, traits, and relationship. And essentially, let me just cover real quick what I have a little notepad here uh, with the changes that are currently in play. So first off, I think you already know, adding a lord to your army is greatly increased in cost. As a matter of fact, it is about 5 times as expensive as it is on vanilla calculation. So in this here we already had a few lords in this army here that are just quickly removed. But as you can see right here, this is the button to increase cohesion. Now this is greatly increased by the amount of troops that you have in your army. So if you want to keep a strong army going, you're gonna need to make sure that you don't go like too heavy in, or it will probably be too impossible to keep that army alive. So right now here we have our army, and I've also added a little extra something here, and I want to just quickly showcase that. So we'll make a party here with Ayla. I've added a party companion discount based on relationship. And in the past, there wasn't really any way you could increase your relationship with your wife. There is now. And essentially, when you rescue a party leader, such as Ayla here, if she were to be captured and she was being dragged around or she was imprisoned, then we would get a +5 relationship from rescuing them. If we pay the ransom to free one of our party members, now I am aware this can be exploited because you can send out your parties on a basis and they'll be captured by multiple armies. But yeah, if you essentially like make ransoms, you're gonna get a little bit of extra or a little bit relation gain from that. You'll get +3 relation from that. And another thing is, if your party is inside your army and you win a real battle. Now a real battle is determined by what what kind of army you're fighting against. But if it's a real battle against an enemy lord or a large band of bandits where you help out, essentially there needs to be like a certain amount of troops available inside that fight for you to get a +1 relation gain with your companion. So yeah, and this is all experimental right now. We're just quickly gonna try and showcase it and see how it goes. And there might be some crashes in this episode here, and we're just gonna keep it clean cut because then you can also get an insight in what modding really feels like. And I'm thinking here we'll lay siege to Talevil with this army, because we do need to keep the steam rolling. And in this episode here, we're gonna focus on purging the Vlandians from the south. And I just noticed something right here. Ostican de Molan have deserted to Britannia, or defected to Britannia. So Ostican is currently under change here. That's good for us. That's one less noble to worry about in this war. But yeah, we are gonna lay siege to Talevil here, and we're not gonna bother clicking this one right here, because I think as soon as you click it, then a peace offering will come, and they'll probably want to yeah, to make peace, because we're gonna get tribute out of it. But yeah, I don't really care for that. We're making money right now. We have Provent is making loads of money. It has very high prosperity, so we are making money from the settlement here. And they are going to engage us here. Now that's interesting.
Halt
We'll
there.
let that happen.
So,
That usually indicates that there's an army on the way. And let's just see here if we have some points we can put. And I think Tribute and the Billman, he will get a little bit more here. And this Baptized in Blood is always good to have, regardless of you playing the guy or not. If they are leading an army, then that's essentially great. We'll just pre-build a few things here. And actually, maybe we'll just make a ram here. Because like, there's ways to avoid having major casualties from fire catapults. And we just need a ram to get in. But yeah, we will fight the Blandians here. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, we'll put Dumont here. He is, after all, the man himself, the sharpshooter. Put him in charge of those guys, and then we'll put all of the lords here. And let's just check here real quick. We have our pikemen here, so we can put Urentur. Doesn't really have any polearm skill. That's a little bit of a problem. But this guy does. So we'll put Tribute on the Billman. We'll put him in charge here. Then we'll go in. And I'm playing on the 1.47 update that just recently dropped. By the time you watch this episode, it will probably have been live for a day or two. Anyhow, just to check everything is still stable. So using all my mods to make sure that that is the case. Yeah, I don't even think we need to do much here. We'll just speed up this battle a little bit because we are outnumbering the enemy a lot. And our pike is starting to do some real damage, almost guaranteed one shot when we hit it. That's really nice. And I found if you like sometimes wiggle the pike a little bit, it can actually like hit even with the blunt part. And we'll send in the pikemen through here. They are after all our major brutes. And now we'll charge everyone. Should be almost casualty free, only 7 losses. We'll just wiggle at these guys with our one hand. I could not hit that guy for some reason. That is a lord right there. And victory is ours. We still have a little bit to go here with the one-handed, but when we get there, it's gonna be nice. And yeah, let's see. We'll take them prisoner. At one point, we'll probably go independent in this campaign, but I don't think that will be during the live showcase of this. Let me know like in the comments if you would like me to continue like this campaign, because I feel like we're like, this is 12th episode, so we're pretty neck deep in, and it's pretty clear that the Blandians, they are under immense pressure. But yeah, we're gonna continue the siege here, and I think they will assault us.
Halt there!
We're still outnumbering them greatly. But maybe, I don't know if this is like some old behavior that they reintroduced in the 147. But it seems that at least they are now just throwing themselves here against us, and I hope it's because there's an army coming. But at least right here, when they have this amount of people nearby, they should wait until everyone there is ready, because they would actually be outnumbering us if those three parties were able to join here. So now we'll just get another freebie. This is almost like a little bit boring to fight, because like, what can they do here? Like, yeah, sure, they have 200 cavalry, but we have like 300 pikes. So we'll just do F1, F3 gang, and then we'll get some levels on our... Yeah, I could choose... Okay, we won't do it like that. That was incredibly bad death spam. Let's put our sharpshooters on the ridge again. Because if there is an army on the way, then this is a foolish idea I'm doing right here. Rhodoks are generally not good at F1, F3 tactics. That's just how it is. And now we'll charge here. Yeah. This was a little bit more casualty heavy. But at the end of the day, it's like 6 guys that we are getting stabbed. Where do you think you're going, huh? And I do not think that the pike would feel so good to use. It's like I almost rather want to use a pike than a two-handed weapon. Like, it's just great. Like, I know both have their pros and cons, but like against cavalry and these like long-range battles here, it's just, or long-range stabs, is just so good. Get a few rescued prisoners here. That's always nice. And I'm just gonna take the Rhodoks. I don't really care for the bandits and all this culture clash stuff. We'll keep a purist army from now on, also to increase the difficulty a little bit. So no more recruiting rescued bandits, etc., etc. Only if it's Western pirates will allow those in, because they can be upgraded into Rhodoks. And let's see here. Yeah, we still didn't level up. But yeah, see now here, there's like 3 parties there. There's 4, and they're not coming. Is this guy gonna come? Oh, is he running? Okay, they're not coming. And we just got back up here. That's always nice. And let's see here. There's 2 catapults, and I think, look, they're building a 4th one. So what we could do is we could try and build a fire onager. But I don't know. We just, I would like, what's happening here? Right. So no more fire catapult. And essentially just a ballista going in. And we'll wait until it's day here. Yeah, I mean, we'll do it because we'll fight this, because like auto-resolving this, I have no idea how that's. We're probably gonna lose like 100 dudes or something by auto-resolving that, even though we outnumber them so greatly. And if I go in right now and I just send charge, then everything should be fine. Charge! And after this battle right here, we'll just quickly check. Wait, let me just do something here. Sergeants, take command! Okay, it was because we had them charging, so we'll have them follow the sergeant's command. Move! Stand up forward! And we'll just put up all our ranged guys here. And this battle should just be over before it even begins here. Okay, this is where the fun begins here. I just recently suggested to Tailwars I engaged in a discussion about a change that I would like to see them do to sieges. And this is like a because I know it's hard work. I know it's not something you just like do immediately, but I suggest that they give the militia on the walls some passive damage reduction, even though it's like not realistic, but they should have some passive damage reduction. So so you wouldn't see this amount of like I know we have so many sharpshooters here, but they should be able to pack a punch. It's essentially like when you are like on the defending side, like you just feel like your militia and the garrison, they just I don't know, they don't do anything. Like they're just like they hold some time. Like they're there to buy you time, like a little bit of time. They're not like a force that is sitting inside a garrison. Like they're just basically no bother for you.
It's
Alright. Seems that we did manage to magnetize a few lords here. And this one here we'll fight, because that's too many to out-resolve. And I think they are probably gonna take a defensive formation right here. So we'll move up. And after this battle, I wanna see if my wife's relation has gone up a bit. I don't know how many battles we've fought right now, but this is like probably like the 4th. So I wanna see if
Archer, forward! Swords move! Form a shield wall!
and I think we'll keep the pikes behind here. That is a pretty deadly. Let's put these guys here, and let's put our shield wall in front. And let's have the pikes be behind. I think we'll charge the pikes right now, and we'll charge the infantry. And then we'll just move our archers a little bit back, so they have more clear shots. And the reason why I am charging Rhodok infantry is because when you charge Rhodok infantry, you'll see the Sarge, they will start using their pole-arm. So you want that extra firepower from those guys. And by charging them, you'll see them using it a lot more. Where do you think you're going, mate? Oh, he's going here. He's going in. And we got hit before we could do that. I think we saved his life for now. But this is not a place to be. Yeah. But a pretty casualty-free 16 deaths. But they kind of ran into us there. It's not really gonna be close unless we're outnumbered. I feel like if we're outnumbered and there's a lot of knights that tear up our backline and we don't have enough pikes to deal with them, then I feel like we're gonna be in trouble. But most of the time here, it's looking pretty good, and we just continue to pile up like excessive amount of loot. And let's see here. I think they would have had manpower to do this. Alright, and now we're gonna make a break for Grunwalder Castle, and then we'll take Charas, because we want to secure the home turf first. And then, I don't know, maybe there's a chance that the Battanians, they're gonna hit these recently conquered Vlandian outposts. I think that's new behavior, what I just saw there. I think usually they just stay raiding while you're coming. But that Boris man, he just decided it was go time. Let's see, the new owner of Terrible Castle, who should that be? Okay, we are on the vote again. This is great, because that place is not near us. I mean, we have Provent, but it's not near us. And I could sway it in my favor, but I don't want another castle. I already have a castle. So, let's see here. Grunwalder, he has... We're gonna support our king here. Because this guy, he already, like, he has 3 castles. And, yeah, I'll just check it out real quick. Yeah, we'll give it to, we'll support Grunwalder. And he's gonna dislike us a little bit. And now for the moment of truth. This is where we test the mod. Let's open Ayla in the encyclopedia. 7 relation. So that's what we like to see. So we have fought like 5 battles. So she's starting to like us. She's growing on us. That's great. And I think also in this episode, you know, we're gonna have a little dive in. Because this is gonna be a lot of just repetitive action. We're gonna lay siege to Grunwalder Castle. We're gonna lay siege to Charas. We're gonna take down all these 3 castles if we must. Oh, I don't know. It would be kind of like humorous to bully out the Vlandians from their their home soil and just have them be at these 3 that are all owned by the fortress. So yeah, let's lay siege to Grunwalder Castle. There's actually like a decent garrison right there. And what I can see right now is that we have some prisoners. We're actually rather low on men. Let's take some of yours. Sorry, dear. But we want all the glory for ourselves. And you can have some of our like low tier. Train them up. She's gonna do a decent job doing that, like, I have no doubt, because our army here is successful, but I want these guys to have my party bonuses, so that's why we're giving them to us. And we have the devil's number right here, 666, and that is gonna be the force we're gonna meet Grunwalder Castle with. Now, that is not great. Because that usually means that the Battanians have done a peace deal with Vlandia. And they have. So we'll quickly, before we do anything about that, we'll quickly grab Grunwalder Castle, immediately head to Charas, stock up on prisoners, and then commit to it. And I like Goodland's army here. He's been pretty, like, even though he's not in our army, he's coming here and he's helping us. Like, that's pretty damn solid AI. Like, he's coming here to help us. I gotta say kudos to Tailwolves for this one. That's great. And Grunwalder Castle here already has 4 catapults, and 2 of them are fire catapults. That's not great. That means we're gonna have to do some wall, or some work on the walls here. So we're gonna do this the old-fashioned way. We're gonna build a bunch of trebuchets. Let's cancel that, and then we start a fire catapult. And then immediately move this to reserve. And then by the time this one is ready, then we can pull this one out. See, like that. So now they're like almost immediately timed there. And I wonder here, like, how this is gonna go. Okay. I think this is still the 2 fire catapults, so we need to get those down. 1 is down. Can we hit the one in the back? That's the question. Okay, that one got a hit. There's still one more fire catapult. Alright. This should be good enough. Now they have no way of destroying our ram. Let's just quickly check here. Yeah, we don't have anything to do. We'll do a save, just in case. And then we're gonna lead the assault. Now, I don't know if we're gonna get control of Goodland's army here as well. I could imagine that we will, because we are leading the army. But I don't think he shows up here. He does not. But yeah, we're gonna do a sharpshooter line here. And then we're gonna take... They are on shield wall already. And we're gonna take these guys here in the front. And make sure all of them have shields. Well, it doesn't really matter, because they're gonna be in front anyways. But yeah, let's just uncheck that one. And then we have group 3 here. We'll just put them on the side.
Troops, move! Archers, forward!
And this is gonna rain hell. Now, we defended this castle earlier in this campaign, and I gotta say, this is one of my favorite Vlandian castle layouts to defend. Because that courtyard, even though it's very busy, I feel like you can do a lot in there. You just need men. Once you have men, it's pretty doable. Okay, so the AI armies, they have their own will. Or the Goodland's army, they have their own will. They're coming up doing whatever it is they're doing. So we should probably just move up our square or our shield wall here a little bit. And we'll just speed up this part a little bit. Maybe try and hit a shot or two. But I think everything that shows up on this this wall is gonna be dead meat. At least it looks like it. Yeah, I can't even take aim at 3x speed before it is dead. That's a good sign. Alright, we got one. Two. I saw this happen in Tactical Enlightenment's episode, that they just scoot off. Trying to move past here. Just slightly too narrow for them to move through, and they don't know they can walk through the center. But yeah, we're in. So now I'll have my infantry, we'll have them follow us. Maybe this is a bad move to do. We'll try and push through here. Now you can get knocked down so easily by these small hammers. Yeah, what do you think you... Hey! No one shoots at me. I told my guys to get in here. What if we unshield wall them and tell them to follow us? Oh, shield wall is better. I also have to be mindful about what is coming here. You wanna go on the wall, sir? Fair enough. Not on my watch. Yeah, I really need to get this one-handed going. So let's swap to one-handed. And it seems we have some charges that are coming in now. I have no idea how we missed that. Stab these guys in the back. Slowly getting to 250 here. And man, I just wanna get there so I can start using the long bill. Because I want that extra 15 men in my party size. It's gonna be so good for later. Yeah, you should probably look where you're, or run in the direction you're retreating. 240. They're almost at the gates. See if we can get one more. We did. Alright, great. And I think I might be able to get up there and take care of those guys before. Oh, look at that river skip go. You could basically tell that his weapon was doing like 3 damage to that sharpshooter. Oi, we missed that. Right, what's left? That was it. Great. Gunvalda Castle as ours. And we are pretty damn close to Velokan, so we'll head there with the prisoners, and then we'll sell off some loot, make ourselves a little bit more rich, and we get a little autosave here. That's nice. I don't know when the last autosave was. We'll just quickly do a few recruitments here. This one is nice. Got a little bonus relation with those guys. Now, if you didn't know already, but it's actually like pretty useful to get relationship with those dudes in the villages. Because when you get relationship with them, then if you have enough and they're not supporting another clan already, you can actually pay them a little sum, and then they will basically support you, and you get a little bonus to your daily influence or something. I think it's like 0.1 per notable that is supporting you. And obviously you're gonna need a few to make it really count. And here we were to donate prisoners. And he should, yeah, he likes us a little bit more now. That's great. And here, let's just see by value if we have anything that's good. We'll lock this one, we'll lock this one, and then we'll try and sell like from the bottom here until they're out of money. And I'm gonna give you guys a little tip while we do this. It's probably gonna speed up the further down we get because things are starting to get more expensive. But anyways, the tip that I want you guys to have is like, because I see a lot of people that are like, I want a smith early on so I don't have to worry about it late game. Well, if you do that, essentially you get yourself mega rich. So in this campaign here, we are obviously not smithing, but if you do this as a true warlord, then you can see right now we have a bunch of like high tier weapons that we could melt down. This Volge is gonna give us a ton of recipes that we can use. And you can essentially melt all these weapons down and just keep everything of shields and ranged, and just sell the armor you get. Like sell some of that armor. Because if you do it that way, you don't have to wait for a long time for these like weapons to you know, spawn up, but like, or you don't have to buy all sort of things. And also another thing about that, look, this is made out of wood, and you have also a bunch of like throwing weapons in here. So you just need a guy who can make charcoal. So you get one with 25 smithing, and then you get started like that. Saves you a bunch of time. Like I'm telling you, if you wanted to, you could level yourself to 250 smithing, get those 2 juicy perks it's all about. These 2 right here, and this one of course. These 3 perks. Oh yeah, it's 2 perks. It's these 2 right here. Those perks are what smithing is all about. Why you want to do it in the first place? Because you can also do it for money, of course. But let's be real here. Have I been in money trouble in this run by playing like a warlord? Yeah, I have, but that's because I got defeated. So if you're not getting defeated, and even if you are getting defeated, making money in Bannerlord is just about attacking guys, selling the stuff that you get from the battles, and then move on. You don't need to have an arsenal of throwing axes that you can dump by every town vendor you go by, or an arsenal of swingable polearms or throwing spears, etc., etc. What's that about? Road tolls. All right. And see, this is what I'm talking about. Grunwald Castle. Of course you're gonna get your own castle, dude. We're gonna even vote for it. I don't care about my relationship here, and yeah, I'll salute to you here, Grunwalder. Alright. So let's take a look at our situation right here. As you can see, we currently have a bunch of lords in our party here, but it's very expensive for us to keep them going. So what I'm thinking right now is we'll discard this guy, Falsavor, and he's part of Delgrunwald. Why was he so expensive to keep? And then, yeah, how much are we? I don't know, like... We need to have enough to siege Charas. So let's see. That's Karlik. She is a Nord, so she's not gonna be a very good commander of Rhodoks. She doesn't have any crossbow skill, but she is a pretty good infantry commander. And I mean, she's a decent commander. Let's just take her in. And then there's Neala. And I mean, I also want to have Ayla become a part of this, even though her army is not great. So let's just take her with us. And what we could do here is we could just quickly go.
Stop there, stranger.
You asked for it, bro. You asked for it. And he has some Rhodok prisoners. What a gift shop. And I don't know what it's about, but I feel like a lot of lords, after like when you run into them, they're just running around with prisoners. This guy here also, so many prisoners. And that's a lot of cavalry in there too. I don't think, yeah, we can't see what he has. But it looks like at least a lot of cavalry that he has the prisoners. And Rhodok is turn 5. And Leonoken is under siege. We're not too worried about that. We'll be worried when they get to Upcomer. And see, right there, that is something we should worry about. And we do have some prisoners still. Let's dump them in, get that influence. And here we can continue to sell some of the stuff that we got here. And we got a bunch that we can still sell here. And I don't know how it's looking on the food department, but I think we should sell some of those hogs and sheeps, because they are doing nothing but slowing us down. You know what? Let's do this instead. We'll keep them, and then we'll buy all this, and we'll just check here quickly. Is there anything that is good? Does not look like it. Legendary cloak. Oh, we have a legendary boarskin hood. Doesn't really matter for that part anyways. And then here we'll go into inventory. We'll grab our hogs. And boom. Now we have 318 meat. And Grunwalder Castle on the siege. That is something we have to... What is happening here? Falsavor, you are in trouble, sir. Let me help you.
Stop there, stranger.
And we just released this guy from our party. But at least now we can put his troops to good use. And we ran a bit over the limit here. And more loot. And another random banner. Okay, see, that is good. Because we get to keep this if we make peace right now. It got downvoted or something. I don't know. They don't want peace. Someone proposed it. And they don't want peace. And we don't want peace versus Flandia either. So I guess that's not relevant. That will be it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.